Hello there, RC enthusiast. This is a continuation of my Formula One HSP. On my last video, I said I was going to place a Tamiya body shell on the HSP F1, and which I have done. Now, here, you can see that. Here how it sits. Okay. I've done some other upgrades on this, such as I threw in a brushless motor. I threw in battery. Now what happens with this is that it's rear driven only. So when you go to floor the trigger of the transmitter or the receiver, you'll end up doing 360s all day long. So was this a waste of time and money? Perhaps, because you need a decent amount of length and space when wanting to pick up full speed. And I ended up doing that. But the problem was that I didn't stop in time. And when I applied the brakes, it slid. And when I mean it slid, I don't mean it slid 3-4 feet. It slid like 3 meters into a wall. And this is what happened. Frame cracked. I tried to reinforce it with drywall mesh. Okay, and crazy glue. Seems to be holding. I haven't taken it out for a ride yet, because I don't know if it's going to hold. And I really don't want the headaches of taking everything apart again, re-gluing it, remeshing it. Also, what happens is, not only does the frame crack, but the supporter, the axle support, here, this one, that one's out of metal, and this one's out of plastic. Reason being, the ones out of metal and the ones from plastic, is that this is the original one, and I couldn't find it anywhere online. I contacted where I purchased the RC. He doesn't know what it's called. I contact UK HSP. They have no idea what it's called either. I contacted Asia, and they gave me the runaround. Basically, they were passing the bucket. And what I mean by passing the bucket is phone numbers here, phone numbers there, long distance calls, more money, more time that I didn't have. So I gave up and started making my own. So I made my own, and it's reinforced. But the HSP is so cheaply made that you hit anything, it's gonna break in half. Like, I've never seen anything like this. I own like 4 Tamiyas, and I run them down to the ground. And this, I've never seen. Never happened before. So, I don't know if the motor was too hard on the RC, which it can happen. But either or, that's what I'm stuck with now. An RC with a bunch of parts put together. So, getting back to the body shell. Here it is. This is a Lotus F1 JOCs. I'm not sure, but it's the one with the forks in the front. And I did apply to it. It does fit, like I said, you know, it does fit. See? Here. The only thing is, see here, it's raised. It doesn't stay flush to the ground like it's supposed to, like that. It's raised. And reason being for that is that when I threw in this brushless motor, okay, here, brushless motor, okay, the wires, as here, just trying to, right here. See all this? This right here? That's where the shell's sitting on top of, the shock here. You have no other place to put those wires. These right here. So the body shell sits on top of here, causing it to rise. Like you have, that's how it is. That's how it came. I've tried different ways of doing it, but in the end, it all comes down to that's how it's supposed to be. I did set wings that came with the body shell on the HSP F1. Real ones as well. Like I had to modify this a bit. I put a lot of time and effort into this, where at some point I just got sick and tired and I said, screw it. I'm just gonna leave it. Because I did buy a plastic piece like this, but a whole one. I don't know where it is. And I was gonna cut it out in the shape of this and then apply it, but I'm just tired of this and I don't want to deal with it anymore. All it is endless frustration moments at the time where you think you got everything down and packed, and you take it out for a blast and you end up breaking the damn thing. But here, I'm gonna see if I haven't charged it, but let's see if she runs. Just bear with me for a second. I'm gonna put you on hold. Okay, so this is my other one. This is my Tamiya F104 Lotus body shell. Okay, body shell. Threw in a Formula 1 tuner motor. Just a little bit more powerful than the 540 stock motor. Nothing big. With a lithium battery. Okay. Pretty smooth, really. So, yeah. So that's that. That's the Tamiya 104 rather. Okay. Now I would like to show you this other one. Now this body shell I customly made myself. Reason being, now this one here, okay, is a Schumacher F-102. Okay, I changed the front wing, the rear wing on it, and the body shell. This body shell, as you can see here, I cut here and I cut here. Reason being is that I had to extend the cab of the RC because the battery runs parallel rather than vertically. And let me tell you, that was one heck of a task. Also throwing in a brushless motor. You just have to place in the ECU. It's 4-wheel drive, so I can't wait to see this baby go. Getting back to the body shell, here's what it looks like from the inside. I cut here, and I cut here, and I extended the cab. Also from the front, really doesn't look that great because See the gaps here? Gaps here. Like, you know, like, you can put other RC parts. You just have to play with them a bit. You have to play with them a bit and get to know your RCs. And once you do that, it's pretty much a no-brainer. But like I said, you know, there are some frustrating moments. Like, for example, my HSP, a lot of time and effort into it, and then ends up breaking on me. I also, like I said, with the axle clip, I had to do it myself, and that was no fun at all. It's just a lot of time consuming that you're never gonna go get back. And but if you really love this thing, this kind of hobby, it's okay. Like, to be honest with you, I'm thinking of getting out of it. It's just way too expensive. You know, like here. Here's all my. Which I'm probably gonna be selling all of them on eBay. Here I have also a Le Mans Tamiya. Let me just pause this for a second. I'll get it. Here, this is the Le Mans Tamiya, Edvin Le Mans. This cost me a pretty penny. Sport tuned 540 motor. So yeah, these are all my RCs. They're probably all gonna go. Like, I have no time for this. I have no time for the hobby anymore. So that's pretty much it, really. Like I said, I have 4 or 5 Tamiyas. I got one more over there. But that's a TT01 with the 540 stock motor. And I'm pretty much getting rid of all of them. So that being said, there's really no more need for me to spend more money into the hobby. So getting back to my original discussion, which was the HSP. So, you know, you can work with a Tamiya F1 body shell, but you have to know what you're doing. All right? I'm sorry I couldn't take it out for you for a drive, for a test run rather. The area here is too small, and that's where I ended up crashing my RC. So on that note, that concludes the question. Does a Tamiya body shell fit on an HSP? Yes, it does. You just have to modify it so that it fits. Once again, thanks for tuning in. And if you like what you see, please subscribe. Thank you. Bye for now.